Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we are taking on the Japanese Grand Prix as we're looking to consolidate 6th position in the constructors standings. We're doing a really good job so far this season, particularly since Yuki Tsunoda's come in. He's been fabulous, and I do think there's actually a slight chance of Yuki overtaking Alex Albon in the championship by the end of the year. Don't think a top 10 is on the cards for either driver, but 11th and 12th in the championship would certainly be very, very strong indeed. Hopefully you guys are good and are still enjoying the series so far. We are heading towards the end of season 1. We've of course still got I think, is it 8 rounds left? That's pretty crazy. Japan, Qatar, US, Mexico, Brazil, US, and Abu Dhabi. So that's 7. So 7 rounds to go. And fingers crossed we can get some success in those and set ourselves up for a good start to next season. So without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action and hopefully have a look at those scout reports. I think that's the only thing that's really happening. So let's push on towards those scouting reports. We have got Richard Verschoor and Liam Lawson both under contract currently. Definitely want to maybe look at Verschoor for coming in as our reserve driver next season. His pace isn't fantastic. That's somewhere that we could definitely work on. His development rate is high as well, and he is only 22, so definitely a contender. Definitely looks okay. Let's just have a little look at overall ratings and see where we can maybe go with it in terms of people for next season. I think Logan Sargent, if we could get him in as a reserve, would be a lot better. But I don't think that's gonna happen really. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he just doesn't want that at all. He's not that happy with his salary either. I mean, perhaps if we gave him a good salary, would he accept then? If we gave him 2 million? Let's have a look. No, he's happy with that. He's happy with that. Even if we gave him 3 seasons. Yeah, no, not a chance. He doesn't want a reserve driver position. So, Sargent's gone, folks. There's no way that we can get him out of it. He's retiring at the end of the season, which is odd. Verschoor definitely is somebody we could look at, as is Liam Lawson. What's his development rating? I mean, he's certainly a lot quicker. I think he's actually in a better position to do well in Formula 1. Zane Maloney's the big one, though, I would suggest. And yeah, we could possibly look at him next season. You've obviously got Alex Palou as well. Ralph Boschong, why is he not interested? Yeah, no idea why he's not interested. But Verschoor is. And Iwasa is as well, to be fair. Do we have a little look at Iwasa? And then I think we want to have a look at sporting directors. Who's the first guy that's interested in us? Actually, nobody is interested at this stage, which is a shame. I suppose Jeremy Cottrell, potentially, but yeah, I think we're going to have to stick with Sven Smits for that position. And in terms of drivers for our reserve guy, yeah, we've got Iwasa. Jack Doohan, maybe? Or Dennis Hauger? Let's go for Jack Doohan instead. That's all good. Right, let's continue on to the performance targets for this weekend. Should be able to reach Q3 with at least one driver. And both drivers will get through to Q2. We're not going to get fastest lap, and we can start off a new qualifying position streak. Shall we go for 13th or higher? Will that give us a... it's only 500 grand, to be fair. It's not fabulous. Okay, let's have a little look then and get ourselves into this Grand Prix.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. The home of Honda, Suzuka is an old-school circuit with high-speed straights and tight turns through the S's. At 130R, the track crosses over itself, then loops back around, giving drivers a sweeping expanse of track to challenge them. Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. There's new blood competing for Aston Martin this weekend. Will they manage to be a game changer? Now let's crack on with the weekend.
Well, this is an interesting one. They said something about new blood at Aston Martin, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But I'll catch up with you guys in qualifying and see what I can find out. Well, there you go then, 91% and 97% on the setup as satisfaction. Yeah, panic over for Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll fans because it was just Felipe Drugovich taking part in Q1. Yeah, anyway, let's get ourselves into qualifying, see how we get on. High confidence for both drivers this weekend. Here we go.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
Now, Karun, how do you think Zhou Guanyu will be as he heads into this session?
The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting? We don't know, and we'll just have to see how they fare in qualifying.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
All right, here we go then. Ready for quali. And it is going to be a nice clear session of weather. That's what we like to see. It looks like these guys have managed to look after their engines quite nicely. There are still 7 races left this season, so there's no real way that we're going to be able to get through without taking another engine. Always tricky, but as I say, Tsunoda might be alright, at least for an engine. Possibly a gearbox as well, especially if we continue to avoid curbs. But yeah, this should be good. Let's get ourselves into qualifying 1, and we should get straight through, you would think.
That's green now. Green now.
Let's get Yuki straight out there on those brand new soft tyres. Put Albon out there now. A little bit less traffic out there. Ah, yes, and we should be taking manual control.
So heads down, focus.
Okay. Let's keep the pace up. Copy.
Tsunoda coming through 130R now.
You can be aggressive with overtake usage.
Copy.
Let's see how Yuki Tsunoda gets on here. He's chasing after the AlphaTauri car in front of him. Put deploy on for Alexander Albon as well.
Hold overtake. Copy.
Yep, 93 degrees. Tyres for Tsunoda, slightly better than Alex Albon's, but now into the optimal range. We know this isn't going to be the absolute ultimate pace, but this through the Degnaz, this is very special to watch, isn't it? Let's watch Albon through the S's. It's a terrific part of the track. Both drivers looking pretty solid through there. Purple first sector for Yuki Tsunoda. What about Alex Albon? He's come through now, and he's not quite as quick. It's a 31.4 for both of our drivers so far. And through Spoon Curve he goes. Now heading up towards the middle sector split. That's a 37.4 in that middle sector. Here comes Alex Albon. He's heading towards Spoon now. Let's see where they can end up. And here comes Yuki Tsunoda then. He's going to go fastest of everybody so far. And he comes over the line to 128.63. Purple sectors for him. 37.6 for Alex Albon in Sector 2. And now here he comes round the final corner as Esteban Ocon couldn't beat Tsunoda. And here comes Albon up to the line. He goes up to third, 2/10 off his teammate Yuki on a 128.868. But the likes of Porsche and Gasly and Max Verstappen, curiously enough, well off the pace. Right, we need to get them down to conserve.
Increase lifting coast where we can. Copy. Let's try and build this back up. Yep.
And Tsunoda
We start Lyco
might just about make it here.
to recharge the pack.
Yes, we were very close to messing that up there. Very lucky.
Yeah, I agree.
Watch that white line pit limiter.
Tsunoda, since he's looking very, very fast, of course, at his home Grand Prix as well. So it'll be nice to get him into the top 10 and scoring some points. Okay, right. I think both drivers should be fairly secure into Q2. I'm quite confident just leaving them in the pit lane. And getting ready for Q2. Don't know how much quicker we can really go. 4th and 6th at the moment. Hamilton goes P10. Not the best from him. And I suppose, you know, traffic isn't the easiest round here. Norris up into P4. That is a time that sort of worries me because McLaren are traditionally, you know, Q1 fodder. And what I mean by that is cars that traditionally go out in Q1. But McLaren, you know, may well have brought some upgrades. People heading back out onto track. Obviously, Max Verstappen is the big one. But Tsunoda currently P8.
Track is full.
Looking good.
Yes, copy.
Can Tsunoda get ahead of Verstappen? Yes, he can.
Use up the overtake. Yep.
Use the rest.
Copy.
Yes, we had that Tsunoda's tank wasn't quite full. How's the ZRS looking? It's looking fine. No real issues there. We'll see how he gets on. Here comes Alex Albon through the first sector. McLaren in the way. And it is a yellow first sector. Tsunoda coming through. Not his best. Got on the grass a little bit there as well. Yeah, Albon's lap is definitely more important than Tsunoda's. Tsunoda's got another couple of tenths on his teammate. And it is green in the middle sector for Albon.
Is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
Yeah, Tsunoda out of VRS, that's not going to help. So here comes Alex Albon then, up to the line. What's he going to manage? It's in the 28, it's a long way off. Oh, it is actually quicker than Yuki. And here comes Tsunoda over the line.
We want to leave court, please.
Okay.
Quite enough, but
Need to
should
increase
be
it, Coach. Yeah.
more than enough to get through.
Need some recharge.
Lewis Hamilton's certainly one that's in trouble. He's out there putting in a flying lap. This is his last chance. It's a green first sector. You wouldn't expect Zhou Guanyu is going to have enough to get through. So it's all on Lewis Hamilton. And here he comes through Spoon. And it's a green middle sector as well. It's right on board with Lewis Hamilton. Is he going to be able to get himself into the top 15? It's going to be close. Comes round the final corner and he heads up to the line. And that's a good time. Gets him up to P11. Okay, Ferrari, Aston Martin looking very quick. But 9th and 10th in Q1 will certainly take that at the end of the session if that's where we actually end up. Alright, we're going to do the first run on Scrubs.
That's great.
Get them both out there.
Good
Almost
stops,
immediately.
good stops to build temperature. Okay.
We could do with a bit more pace now if you've got it.
Yep, copy.
So here they come on to the qualifying lap. Should be a pretty good lap, hopefully, from both drivers. Albon looking slightly quicker than his teammate. Here they come, a 128.4 and a 128.6. As Max Verstappen goes quickest. Damn it. Have I messed them up? Yes. How annoying. I said I wouldn't do that again, didn't I? But never mind. For some reason, they didn't come into the pits. I don't actually know why, but it's fine. They're not going to get through either, which is very annoying. Well, hopefully next time. It's when I'm zooming it forward after a scrub tyre run. That's where we have to be vigilant, but never mind. Hopefully we'll find. Or maybe we'll get through, I don't know. Tsunoda probably won't, but Albon might. Norris and Ocon are already out. Let's have a little look here. The S signs is out. So I think they both should get through unless Piastri gets above. And then we'll be starting 9th and 10th, which ain't so bad. Yeah, well, there you go. 6th and 9th in that session. Wouldn't have got anywhere near that in Q3, I don't think. But I suppose with a Haas up there, maybe we could have. But Stroll and Hamilton both have penalties, so we might be starting 7th and 8th in any case. So, yeah, very lucky, to be fair. Very lucky.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder? And the weather today is sunny. These are ideal conditions for the drivers to shine.
This Suzuka circuit is primed and ready and waiting to see Formula One's finest battle it out.
Okay then, right, let's see how we get on in the Grand Prix, and as I predicted, we are starting 7th and 8th, so can't really complain, and we've got more soft compound tyres than we would have had. This is interesting that less stops seems to yield good results. Yeah, do we even maybe go for that with Albon and really try and take the fight to them? Maybe we go medium as our final stint when we've got less fuel. Yep, I like that. 32 laps on the opening stint for Alex Albon. And with Tsunoda, we'll go with a slightly more aggressive strategy. Soft, medium, soft. Definitely a more aggressive middle stint and final stint. Yep, that looks good. That looks very good. Okay, right, Tsunoda's going for that. And Albon going for that. That all looks good. Right, let's have a look at their driver options. ERS on full, straight away. And same for Tsunoda. Right, let's see how we get on in this Japanese Grand Prix.
We're all good to go here in Japan with 53 laps around the Suzuka circuit. Zhou Guanyu will know exactly what's expected of him in this race.
P20 is definitely not where any driver would want to find themselves. But they've got to get their head down and work hard.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One.
Okay, here we go then.
Get ready. It's the Japanese Grand Prix.
Ready for all the lights.
And it's
Lights out, away we go.
Away we go.
Here in Japan, we are going to immediately set Alex Albon to high, avoid high-risk curbs and ERS battle assist. We're going to do exactly the same with Yuki Tsunoda so that they are ready to rock and roll throughout this race. But here we go then, and it's Sergio Perez that's off to a very good start.
Yep.
And well, he manages to hold off his teammate Max Verstappen into turn one. That's a very, very good thing that he needed to do there. Fernando Alonso up into P3 ahead of Charles Leclerc as well in that Aston Martin, holding him off for now. Good performance from the veteran Spaniard. And George Russell is following these two in 5th place. Kevin Magnussen still in P6, and then we've got the two Williams cars of Alex Albon and Yuki Tsunoda in P7 and P8 as it stands. But here comes Yuki Tsunoda. Is he going to have a look at his teammate down the inside here, risking a collision, but managing to stay in front for now? I feel like Albon should possibly let his teammate past because he's the only one on hard tyres. Maybe that is going to be a good idea. So I'm going to allow Tsunoda through. And hopefully that's the only car that gets through. Well, that's always the risk, isn't it? Everyone's going to try and stay with Gasly, but yeah.
I'm trying.
That's annoying.
Keep pushing.
But Tsunoda can hopefully push on and close up to Kevin Magnussen a lot quicker than Alex Albon would have been able to. And here we are then. 1.2 seconds is the gap. Magnussen on medium tyres. Already Magnussen pulling away from Tsunoda, so let's go a little bit more aggressive on the tyres.
Bring the pace up, please. Copy.
Maybe push the engine a little bit. Try and get back within that 1 second window.
Reduce slight cut.
Definitely think that's important at this stage. There you go. Tsunoda already pulling away a little bit from Gasly there. But Gasly looking very racy back there. Of the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz behind Alex Albon as well. Trying to take Albon very deep into this race and avoid having to do another pit stop.
DRS enabled.
So need him to look after his tyres.
Currently P9. Okay, so that's Gasly ahead.
I'm going to pop him into neutral now. Yep, seems to have
Okay, back off.
caught up to K-Mag.
Leave core increase, please.
Okay.
Take him off high risk curbs. Just for now, just to try and keep him up with K-Mag.
Reduce slight overall.
Copy.
You can be aggressive with overtake usage.
Copy.
Back within a second. Seems on the straights where
Yep, copy.
we're pretty good. So Albon's still following them. This is exactly where he needed to be within DRS. I think he should have DRS here. No. No luck, but surely Gasly's gonna have him here. Let's see. It certainly seems certain parts of the track are better than others for Tsunoda over Kevin Magnussen. Let's deploy and try and get nice and close to him through this first sector. And you can see he's now within 0.6 of a second. Surely he's going to stay within that DRS range now. We'll pull him on, avoid high risk curbs just to look after those tyre temps a little bit. Meanwhile, Alex Albon still managing to stay in front of Sainz, and that's really helping the race of Yuki Tsunoda in all of this as well. So this time he will have DRS on K-Mag. Will he be able to have a little look? Not this lap. As Carlos Sainz has overtaken Alex
Now, look,
Albon.
here we head into turn 2. The opportunity's there.
It's all good. Well, what's happened with Tsunoda? How's he managed to lose this much time? What's he doing?
Make sure you give some energy.
Copy. What are we thinking about tyres here?
Yeah, maybe needs to be a bit more aggressive, Alex Albon.
Can push through all corners.
Copy.
It's possibly this first sector where he's losing a lot of time, because there's a lot of high-speed curbs.
We're on tire management.
Copy.
Well, this should be the one, shouldn't it? So there he goes,
Reduce LICO overall.
Copy.
flying past. I'm going to push him for a good lap here. Nice.
Doing good. P6, P6.
P6 in this race. Just trying to get more than a second ahead of Magnussen here, as we have yellow flags. Just brief ones. Must have been somebody running wide. Tsunoda already 0.8 seconds ahead of Magnussen. He was much quicker in these parts of the track while behind him. Let's hope he can keep that going.
It's main focus, tire management, please.
Copy.
This looks all good.
Start LICO.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be able to stay ahead of K-Mag. There's Albon now down to P12 in this race. Tyres are looking good. So let's have a little look at tyres. So Albon's by far the best in the field. Sonoda's soft tyres are pretty good as well. Don't have yellow flags briefly again there. Sonoda in a good position in this race. P6. Slightly pulling out the gap to Gasly, going at a very similar pace to George Russell. Looking after his car very nicely as well. Take off his battle assist and he should go a little bit quicker here. Also the parable goes. I think we can push Albon a little bit here. Get him past
Start reducing lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Lando Norris. So let's start focusing on Albon a little bit.
Full deploy. Okay.
You have overtake available.
Copy.
Yeah, he was going quicker with the
Easier
battle
overtaking
assist on.
Yep, copy.
Don't want Gasly closing in on him. So here we go. This should be a fairly easy overtake for Alex Albon. Pulls to the inside. He's got to go for it here. Oh, it's a very tight one, but he is through. Nice. Very good. Let's push it forward. Now Yuki Tsunoda within the pit window. Albon, we're going to just allow him to push for a lap or so. Get out of that 1 second window. Tsunoda, meanwhile.
Push. Okay.
Let's push him. Try and open out that gap. Or keep that gap open to Gasly.
Tank is currently low.
Yes, copy.
So when should Tsunoda be coming in? I think this lap will be good. So I'm going to turn him onto the
And box.
Copy.
Manage tires.
Copy.
onto the well, there's Lewis Hamilton having a little look, by the way. That could have been bad.
We want to increase lift and coast.
Yep, copy.
Okay, let's get Albon defending again. So here we go then with Yuki Tsunoda. Hopefully he's going to come into a nice little gap here as he comes into the pits. Let's see what sort of
Yeah, I agree.
pit stop we can get out of
Yes.
Yuki Tsunoda now. As Gasly's in as well. Albon's starting to close into Kevin Magnussen. Oh, it's a slow stop. It's a very slow stop. 6.1 seconds. We lost 4 seconds there.
That would be clear pit exit.
Well, that's very disappointing. Drop well back there to 16th. So Tsunoda's race is, well, I don't want to say ruined, but as close as it could be. Gasly's gone on to hard tyres. I think he's going to be trying to get to the end of the race on those. That's going to be tight. So Albon's going to keep going for now. Slowly but surely catching up to K-Mag. This is where we need to think. So Albon's coming in lap 32, so he's got a little bit longer to go. Tsunoda very much needs to look after his tyres, I would say. There's no real need to push at this stage. So Lance Stroll has put in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And here we go then with Alex Albon. So it's time to push again.
Can use the overtake. Okay.
We've got yellow flags out there.
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Copy.
And it was Lando Norris.
Norris has pitted.
Increase, lift and coast.
Okay. Okay, happy to manage tyre short term. Copy.
All looking good for Alexander Albon. Expecting Russell to glide past. Meanwhile, we've got Ocon and Tsunoda. Yeah, Tsunoda makes an easy overtake. Now Max Verstappen puts in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Okay, there's a big crash.
It was Kevin Magnussen that's had a crash. What's happened here? Surely hasn't got into the back of his teammate, has he? Ooh, nearly. It wasn't the biggest crash in the world. Won't be a safety car. Albon finally behind Russell now. Hamilton in the pits.
The window is open. Okay, copy.
So
Let's close the gap now.
this is the time for Albon to push a bit.
I think we can reduce lift and coast. Got it.
Try and get every ounce of performance he can out of these tyres.
I'm happy to lean more on the tires.
Copy.
Push Sonoda a little bit as well. So Albon should come out probably behind Lewis Hamilton, but not worse off than that, I don't think. So let's get him in. Next lap. Want those mediums to be as fresh as they can be. Let's deploy that ERS a little bit. Got 6 laps essentially on these tyres to push now. And there's the 2.1 seconds for Albon. Good stop for him. And he comes out in P12 ahead of Ocon. Got a look at the tyre wear and I think he's in a good place.
What DRS?
Copy.
So let's zoom it through just a little bit. Sonoda starting to close in on Gasly. Albon meanwhile still holding off Esteban Ocon. Why don't we deploy his ERS and see how far he can get. This Gasly has come into the pits now. Sonoda couple of laps away here, so let's absolutely attack the tyres.
Copy.
Push the fuel as well.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Okay.
See where he ends up. Looked after his tyres very nicely. Remember, Albon will be coming in this lap. Sorry, won't be coming in at all for the rest of this race. 15 laps to go.
Okay.
So, yeah, looking after his tyres nicely. So for Albon, his targets are going to be Hulkenberg, Stroll probably, and those hard tyre runners a bit higher up by the end of the race. So let's keep an eye on Yuki Tsunoda. Hopefully he gets a nice clean pit stop this time.
We need to increase a bit tire management.
So here he comes then. Yuki Tsunoda in. As is Lance Stroll. Stroll straight out again. Very, very fast in that Aston Martin. But it's currently Max Verstappen dominating the Grand Prix. Ahead of Perez, then Fernando Alonso. And that was a very good pit stop from Yuki.
White line.
He is away And that is the fastest pit stop of the race so far. Albon is ahead now. It's amazing how it's worked out, isn't it? I suspect that Albon will have to cease position to Tsunoda. We'll zoom it forward. The 10th and 11th at the moment. Oh, we got yellow flags out there. Is there going to be a late safety car? No. Yeah, his tyres are looking good. Yeah, Tsunoda needs to look after his as well. I don't think Albon's going to be able to hold Tsunoda back here. And hopefully no contact will arise. We're allowing them to fight. Oh, it's risky. That was risky, but we'll let them battle it out. Yeah, Tsunoda through. Pretty smartly in the end. So let's see what Tsunoda can bring about here. Can he get past Gasly and Hamilton? I think he can certainly get past Gasly. A good amount of tyre wear left. Might just be a bit too far to get to some of the leaders. We've got 7 laps to go here. Zoom it through until Tsunoda gets up to the back of Gasly. Let's see what we can pull off here. It's Stroller. Hell of a long way up the road. And now Tsunoda within a second just about of these guys.
Like to reduce light core.
Copy.
Albon's not far behind. I think once Tsunoda's through, allow Albon to push forward with that deployment.
Okay, copy.
Six lap to go.
Gonna go down the inside of Gasly here for P9. It's close, but he's through. He's gonna have a look at Hamilton as well.
Yes.
Doing good. Would like to increase a bit the light core
It's a
everywhere.
good move that. Albon within 3 seconds of Gasly. Intrigued to see how close he is come the end of this lap.
Okay, Alex, we can start reducing lift and coast.
Okay.
Use the rest.
Can we get him by spoon here? He might be able to. Gonna try 130R. Not this time.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
The DRS, he should be able to make the move stick. And yep, he's through. And should be able to pull out that gap. More than a second.
Doing good.
Meanwhile, Alex Albon has already caught the back of Pierre Gasly. So we could be getting a double points finish here. Once again, which would be an awesome result. Yeah, 18.5 seconds, you're not going to catch that up really.
Focus on your tires for the moment.
So Tsunoda, just a case of looking after the car from now until the end of the race, I think.
Manage these tires.
Meanwhile, look at this from Albon. Don't know where this pace has come from. Gasly in particular has got very, very slow.
Use the overtake. Yep, okay.
So here we go, DRS.
That's 4 laps to go.
Copy.
And he is through very nicely. Okay, so Albon into the points. And there's Lewis Hamilton, not too far ahead. So 3 laps to go. Where's Max Verstappen in all of this? And he's not going to catch us. So he's not going to be able to help. Yeah, Albon needs to watch his fuel actually.
Level 3. Yep. Start to increase the lift and coast now. Okay.
Yeah, Bottas will hopefully help Tsunoda out a bit.
Make sure you give some energy.
Let's keep that going. Tsunoda's starting to catch up to Hamilton a little bit here. But it's last lap for Max Verstappen. Might as well begin to attack with...
Okay, press and hold overtake. Yeah, copy.
With Albon at least.
Manage the tires.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
Yes, copy.
We start Lyco.
Let's get these...
Just do lift and coast. Copy.
let's get these fuels back under
Let's use up the overtake. Okay.
control.
Let's reduce lift and coast. Yes.
Yeah, looks like Albon might actually get DRS on Hamilton here. I don't think it'll make much
Last lap.
difference, but
Reduce Lyco overall.
at the very least he's closing up to Hamilton. Might be able to have a a last dash goal, but Max Verstappen has won.
Over the finish line, and
Here in
today's winner.
Japan, Perez is going to finish a very distant second. Alonso third, and it's very interesting. Quite a few went for the one-stopper. Stroll, Tsunoda, two-stopper. It was very, very close between the two main strategies today. Right then, here we go. Look how close Albon is now. And this has got to be the chance here. Is he going to be able to do it?
Both you, so be mindful of that. Yep, sure.
No, he's not close enough. He needs another lap, really. Never mind for Alex Albon. It's going to be P10, though,
On the low side now.
as Tsunoda comes across the line, finishes 8th, beats his teammate again.
That's P8.
He's settled into the team very, very well, and Albon floats over the line. He finishes P10, and there you have it. P11 was Gasly in the end, 5 seconds back. Hulkenberg, P12, Ocon, P13.
Yuki Tsunoda really put in a brilliant drive today.
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points today. What a phenomenal achievement that is.
And you love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
And that victory takes them into double figures for the year. An incredible 10th win of the season.
Well, brilliant from Verstappen.
And a lovely show of
Once again.
sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan.
And Red Bull absolutely dominating. It's going to be a sweet moment when we knock them off their perch, isn't it? There's still a long, long way to go before we're anywhere near that level of performance.
Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race. But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
For the next round, we'll be traveling to Qatar as the drivers battle it out at the Losail International Circuit. We'll see you there.
Okay, very, very good then. So Verstappen wins ahead of Perez in second, Alonso third, Leclerc finishes fourth for Ferrari, Stroll a brilliant recovery up to P5 with the fastest lap as well. Sainz finishes sixth with Russell in seventh, Tsunoda eighth, Hamilton ninth, and Alex Albon in P10. Into the driver standings then, and we are 11th and 13th still, but Yuki Tsunoda starting to get very, very close to Kevin Magnussen in P12, and again another double points finish, 5 points for the team, and that takes us up more comfortably into P6. We've of course got the Qatar Grand Prix coming up next as well, which should be a track that suits our car quite nicely, you would imagine. Right, we did end up with fastest pit stop. We did have the third fastest as well. Of course, we had that big mistake that cost Tsunoda 4 seconds. Could have cost him some points, but luckily he was able to fight back towards the end of the Grand Prix. But a 1-3 in the pit stops in this race, and that takes us past 100 points for the season. Who would have thought that was possible when we were stuck on 0 halfway into the year? But we are giving it a real push now, and who knows, we could potentially finish in 5th come the end of the season. So there's the pit stop report today. Very good. Okay then, Alex Albon 9th and 10th, qualifying in the race there. And Tsunoda 10th and 8th. Let's have a little look at our monies then. 3.3 million coming into the bank, and that's really helpful to keep us going forward, keep us moving forward as we finish some manufacturing as well. Some of the stuff has obviously failed quality control, so we're going to need to fix up those bits in the car come the next Grand Prix in Qatar. So if you have enjoyed that, then give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.